Hello, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to get right into your twin flame reading. And today we're going to do it how I typically do a reading for you, my client, where we go through from beginning to end everything we need to know about what's going on in your situation. So we're just going to go through this reading like I would be doing it for you personally. So let's get right into it. Let's see what is going on in your connection, what is going on between you and your twin flame. Any messages, what is coming up. So right away we have these three cards that have come up. So we have the Queen of Wands, we have the, I want to say, Page of Cups, and we have the World card. So what I'm seeing that's going on in your connection is that you've been ready for a very long time to have a love connection that you've always dreamed of. Somehow deep inside you knew it was possible, and when you met your twin flame, the pieces started to fall into place. Like, this could be my person. This could be the one that I was hoping for. And I'm getting the sense that your person was more, I want to say, in like wasn't expecting your connection, wasn't expecting to have the chemistry or the attraction. So your person was kind of like more of, I don't want to say hesitant, but it's like kind of like baby steps. So, and please keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. So maybe you were like kind of taking baby steps and they were the ones that had more urgency. Whatever the case is, there's this energy of one person was really ready to move forward and the other was kind of like holding back a bit, wanting to move forward, telling you they felt the same for you, but they were pulling back. So what I'm seeing now is that you are freeing yourself, or the energy that is surrounding your connection is that dynamic of one person being ready and the other person not being ready is like, it's part of the past now. You now have the freedom to completely have what you want, because the World card is a card of fulfillment. It's a card of coming to the end of the cycle and celebrating in the success of the journey. So whatever's happening in your connection, the energies are now coming to a close of that chapter, and you're beginning a new chapter of success and fulfillment. So I want to say, wherever you were in your situation may now be switching. So if you were the one who was ready and let's do this and they were holding back, now what's happening is that their energy is returning to you, and it's like energies are more balancing, but it's more like they're wanting to move forward and you're more like, we're not going to rush into anything, or you don't want to rush into anything. So it's kind of like roles of reverse. Someone is like not in a rush. There's no urgency anymore. Whereas before it was like, let's just do this. What's taking so long? All this divine timing. I just want to move forward. So now there's still a desire, but it's not like there's a sense of urgency. It's like, if it's going to happen, that's great. So you're focusing on your success on a personal level. You're leveling up. You're focusing on your strengths and your gifts and your talents and your success. And your person, I'm seeing with the Page of Cups, is in the past, they were maybe closed off, like their heart was closed off. Now they are opening up and they are wanting to start over again. They're wanting to start over again. And you're like you're at this place already where you know what you want, and it's like you just want it to continue from like and not have to really start all over again, is what I'm getting. Or you may be open to starting brand new, like starting from scratch, because the World card is, completion of a cycle and beginning of a new cycle. But you're focusing on your personal empowerment. You're focusing on your awesomeness. And they may be just starting to open up their heart to trust in love again. Maybe take a chance. Take a chance on your twin flame connection. But I see it going very positively for you, that whatever you may be wanting to choose is what is going to happen for you. It really is. What do you want? Do you want a new connection? Do you want to rebuild your twin flame connection? It really is a matter of what do you really want now? I'm getting the sense, because you're in your power and you have the ability to create what you want. And you may be already experiencing the success with the Queen of Wands in some area of life, which is amazing. And you now, like, you're in your power. So you don't have to settle if it's not what you want. But the great thing is that you get to decide. You get to decide what you want. You get to decide if you want to continue on the journey, to have the patience and the commitment to kind of like start brand new, which some of you may very well want to do that. So that's amazing. If not, it's still going to be a win, because you are choosing. You are choosing the pathway in which you want to pursue, in which you want to experience. So let's continue on and see where they are at when it comes to your connection. Where is your twin flame at? And we will go into a extended reading to get more detail of what actions they are taking towards you, towards union, and any secret messages. So where they are at, we have the 5 of Cups. So they're kind of still focusing on the mistakes that were made, that the arguments or the fights that happened. They're also feeling the loss of you, the loss of the connection. And so they are somewhat, I want to say, a little stuck in that sense of it may be bringing up a lot of guilt. It may be bringing up a lot of sadness, a lot of nostalgia of, the good times that you had together. I feel like they're more in the energy of what went wrong and having to deal with, needing to apologize or needing to look within and see, what happened between you. But I see with the 3 of Cups and with the Chariot card, the 3 of Cups is a card of celebration of love. So to me, this is a union card. They are now more ready for love than they were in the past. So the Chariot card is a card of victory. It's a card of success. It's also a card of like urgency. So I'm really getting like they're more in a sense of like moving forward, or like, okay, let's find out what's going on. Let's see what's happening and let's get going. Like, let's get moving. So I'm really seeing like opposite energies where you're more like, I'm not rushing into anything, even though inside you may be desiring union and love and connection and romance, but you're like, I'm not going down that road again. And I want to build, I want to rebuild, and I want to know that my twin flame is on the same page, where they're more like chariot, like, let's just, let's get this going. And it scares them to think that they're more in this sense of urgency than before. So I'm getting the sense that when it comes to the person that they see themselves with, they see you. They see long term. They see family. They see marriage. And it still may frighten them, again, because they're focusing on like the wrong thing. Like, they're focusing on the fear or whatever negative emotion they're in, that they may be stuck in with this Five of Cups, is because they're focusing on what went wrong rather than focusing on possibility. So I am seeing that they do want their happily ever after. They want this love and they want it with you. You are the only thing, the closest thing that they've experienced to a true love connection. So when it comes to love and when it comes to like long-term commitment, you are the one that they want. And if they could just bypass having to go through all of the rebuilding and apologizing and making amends and getting, counseling or whatever it is, I'm just saying, like, if they could bypass all that and just like be there, that's what I feel is the energy of what they want. So let us see what is in their heart space when they think of you. What is in their heart space when they think of you and your connection? Can we please gain insight into what is in their heart space when they think of you? Always dropping the cards. I want reunion. Let me just pick up these other two cards. Hold on. I think this card came up last week. I'm thankful. I want to be with you. So, it's like their feelings are there. Their feelings are undeniable. So undeniable that you can even feel them. And you're like, well, I haven't heard from them. They haven't reached out. They may still be entangled in something. And you're like, I haven't heard from them. We're going to go in depth as to why. We're going to look into that in the extended, because again, I'm just doing like the typical reading that I would when you pay for reading. And so what, like, in their heart, they love you. They love you. There is still love there. And they are so thankful that you exist. Because in all of the world, there is no one that they feel this connected to. There is no one that they feel this much love for than you. You are the one that they are thankful for. Because if it weren't for you, they would not know what this love feels like, what true love feels like, what this deep, gut-wrenching, longing, wanting desire, like, they never felt this before until you. So they want reunion with you. But again, we're going to go into why they're not reaching out. Why aren't they pressing send when they're like texting you? Why aren't they picking up the phone to call you or reach out to you? Because what's in their heart is the desire to be with you. Like, that's just what I got, with the Three of Cups, is that they want reunion. They want this long-term connection. And what I just keep hearing is that there is fear of rejection, fear of you abandoning them when things get rough, or when you see their true colors, like you just might abandon them. So let's see, what are the blocks that are blocking them from you, from reaching out, from telling you how they feel? What is blocking your connection? I feel rejected. Exactly. They are worried that you are going to reject them when they step forward to you, when they all of a sudden, out of the blue, text you, run into you by accident, or, email, phone you. They're worried that you're just not even going to answer. So we have, I feel undeserving, and I blame you for what happened to us. So it may not be that they're blaming you. They're afraid that you're blaming them still for how badly things went, or for how things didn't work out. They can feel that you still are holding on to some blame, that they are responsible for you guys not being together. So they're really afraid that you're just gonna slam the door in their face, possibly slap them in the face. I'm just kidding, but maybe not. Who knows how you might react when they just show up and they say, "Hi, I love you," and then your first thing is like, slap. No, I'm not promoting violence, but it's just those scenes in the movie where, I don't know, I digress. I feel undeserving. The love that they felt with you was so big, was so intense, was like, wow, this is what feeling in love with another person is. And you brought up their feelings of feeling undeserving. Maybe not even intentionally, but in your dynamic, it brought up their feelings of not feeling deserving. So a lot of this does stem from woundedness, from the past, from childhood, because you felt rejected at some point in your life as a child, maybe in school, maybe even in your family somehow, or there was an incident that happened where you felt rejected. And because you haven't healed from that, it is now within your inner child that you still carry this rejection. So because you are mirrors with your twin flame, they not only carry that rejection as well, because twin flames carry the same core wounds, but it's being projected onto the connection. So you're always going to perceive rejection from one another, because you haven't yet healed from the core wound of when this first happened. So it's like you have this core wound, and it kind of sits within us energetically as a magnet. So it continues as a pattern. We continue to experience rejection from numerous places, not just our twin flame connection. So until that is cleared away, they're going to fear rejection, you're going to fear rejection, and it's going to keep you in this disconnect. Blame, unfortunately, does stem from our connection to our parents. Whether they may still be, whether they may have passed, or even whether you have contact with them or not, there is this blame that we grow up feeling as children, as teenagers, as young adults, because we learn that. We learn that, we blame somebody for our unhappiness. It then becomes a pattern, and it is being projected onto your connection, where you're both blaming each other for how things went wrong. So what we need to do is we need to clear away that pattern. We need to clear the pattern of blaming others for our unhappiness, because the truth is, it's our perception of the unhappiness, and we don't need to blame someone else. We can take responsibility and see how we created it or manifested it in our own life. And I know that may be triggering, but everything that happens it comes from our own self-worth, our own lack of self-love. And until we're able to open our eyes to that, we're always going to be blaming the next person for why we're unhappy. I can go on and on, but undeserving is also something that we take on as children, because when we don't get what we wanted, say we didn't get something we really wanted for our birthday, or around the holidays, or we didn't get the person to love us or be our girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other, we feel undeserving. And then we compare ourselves to others, saying, well, they got what they want, I guess I don't deserve to get what I want. So again, it's a pattern stemming from childhood experiences. So all of this stuff is within your inner child, my inner child, our twin flames inner child. And until we completely heal and release these energies, we're going to keep attracting the same things. And it's very interesting, because for some people who choose not to be with their twin flame, but maybe with another partner, like a karmic partner or just someone not your twin flame, we still tend to repeat these patterns. So until we clear the patterns, until we clear our energy to get to neutral, we still attract the same dynamics. Okay. So let's continue on and see what the guidance is for you. What is the guidance for you and your twin flame? What is the guidance? What is the guidance? What does the universe want you to know to help you on your journey with your twin flame? So keep in mind that when you book a reading, that the readings, you will see all the cards and you'll see my hand. So the camera's like facing the cards on the table, and you'll hear my voice and you'll hear me say your name and your twin flame's name and refer, so you know that it's your reading and that it's current. So yeah, so that's the difference between when you book a reading. When you book a Zoom call reading, then it's just like this, but live. You can see me on this camera and then I see you, and we interact. You can ask questions. By the way, you can ask questions at any point, even with the other kind of reading, the recorded reading. So you can ask anything that you want to know about in your reading. But I will let you know, like, this is pretty much the layout of what we will see in your reading when you book a reading with me. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. And the universe is showing like signs of a new beginning, a blossoming of love, an opening or a overflowing of love. So opening of hearts. You're opening your heart, even though your heart may be a bit shut off because of what you experience in your connection. But this is like opening of hearts. And it may even be like you don't realize it, but one day like you're just feeling all this love between you and your twin flame. We have the Lovers. So the universe is saying, what are you choosing? Because whatever you're choosing has a great deal to do with why you're not in union. We have the Fool card, and we have the Nine of Cups. I'm loving these cards. I wish these cards were the outcome, but it pretty much is. It's the universe saying this is the outcome. Like whatever you're wishing for is possible. is coming true if you choose it. Lover's card is about choice. So you may be choosing your twin flame, like in your heart. In your heart of hearts, you know you love them, you know you want to be with them, but maybe in the 3D world, you're not really choosing them. Maybe your actions aren't in alignment with your truth, with your what's in your heart. So you may feel all this love, but you're like not demonstrating it, not showing it, not taking action. So the universe is like, I'm just saying, for example, the universe is like, whatever you are choosing is your reality. So when you choose, when you focus on union, that is what is meant for you. The message with this card is that wishes are meant to be true. They're meant to come true. Why? Because we are the creators of our life. So when we don't make wishes, when we don't set intention, our lives become default from past programming, from past, no, not past beliefs, but current beliefs, current thoughts, emotions. That is what's creating a reality. So the universe is like, well, if you're not wishing for anything, then you're just creating by default. You're creating by the programming from your childhood. You're creating your life through the example that people around you were giving you. You're creating from what you see on television, in movies, in TV shows. Like you're creating by default. You're creating that. So the universe is saying, keep making your wishes. Or in other words, keep placing your intentions to the universe because they do come true. The universe is saying, rather than create by default, create with intention by wishing. And if you don't want to use the word wishes, then create your intention. Set your intention for what you want and what you want to experience with your twin flame or in your life. And if you want the transition, I'm hearing, to be smooth into the life with your twin flame, then intend for that. Say that the transition to my life with my twin flame is easy and joyful and exciting. Like you can use any word to describe what you want to experience because the universe is saying it is possible. Wishes do come true. And the big key the universe is saying is your belief in the wishes. Because again, as children, we may have believed in having things that we wanted, but when we didn't get it, we lost belief. Or we lost, yeah, like you stopped believing. The universe is like, you have to keep believing. You have to keep believing in what you want. Because the Fool card is about taking a risk, taking that leap of faith into the unknown. If you're creating through intention, you just have to take the leap of faith to do that and know that it's going to happen. Because this is also about you starting a new adventure of living your life in a brand new way than you were before. So maybe it's not about creating out of default anymore. You're not creating from past wounds or old beliefs. This is a brand new beginning, a brand new adventure of love and unity and harmony and fulfillment. And all of that is possible if you intend it, if you are wishing for it, because the universe is saying wishes do come true. So be ready for this new beginning, this outpouring of love, whether it may be from you, whether it may be from your twin flame, whether it just may be from the universe and people around you. Be open and ready to receive this overflowing abundance and love, because everything that wasn't working for us in life and in the world is transitioning out, and the incoming is what the energies are present now in the world, is being and having our truest desires and experiencing that fulfillment. So it's very exciting, and the universe is saying all you have to do is choose. All you have to do is choose, because if you're okay with you and your twin flame kind of drifting out of each other's lives, or kind of their memory is fading, fading away, then that is what is continuing to manifest for you. So the universe is like, well, if you don't want your twin flame to fade away, choose, consciously choose. And with my coaching, that's really what it is because sometimes we're afraid to choose it. We're afraid to choose it because based on the past, what happened, based on it's an unknown, like, will it work out? Will it work out this time? And trusting and believing are things that we're not really taught to do. And if we do it, it's like we just figured it out on our own. But through my coaching, I guide you and encourage you and keep you in that alignment to have what you want, to experience the love that you want. So let's continue on, and I feel like, yeah, we're going to go into depth in the extended, so please do feel free to join me there. But we're going to end off the reading now with what is coming up for you and your twin flame. What is coming up for you and your twin flame? We want to know what the energies are for what's coming up for you and your twin flame. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. So what's coming up for you in your connection is, I want to say, like, you have options on how you want to see your twin flame connection play out. But what I heard with this is that there's so much good that is going on in your life that you may be distracted from your twin flame connection, what I'm getting with this card. You may be having success or forward movement in some exciting way in some area of life. So whether that is your business, your job, like you're getting promoted, or you're taking on more responsibility at work, or you're, making new partnerships, or, gaining momentum in something that you were building, it's keeping you occupied and somewhat distracted from your connection. And what I'm seeing here is that you are going to need to, like, make sure, if it's union that you want, that you're putting equal amount of focus on the area of love and union and your twin flame, because you have so much going on in your other areas of life. I'm really getting like you're having success in other areas of life, and your twin flame connection may somehow get to the bottom of your priority list. And it's not to say that your feelings are changing or their feelings are changing. It's just the way things are set up, like energetically, is that you're in your power and things are moving forward for you. So your focus on your twin flame may be like at the bottom of the list. It may, gets shifted as to not much of a priority. It's still there. There's still the desire there. You just may not have the time or the energy or the ability to really focus on it. Where I feel like in the beginning, you were putting all kinds of focus in it. You were making it a priority because it took up most of your time, energy, attention. But I'm seeing now it's like it's not really a priority. However, you can choose to change that. If you want it to be a priority, then all you have to do is make the intention and choose that it is a priority. Because I feel like with your twin flame, like you're the one who is leading the connection. So if you are not making your connection a priority, they're at the same time like doing the same thing. Because you're mirrors, because your paths are somewhat parallel, you are both experiencing things at the same time. So not making your twin flame connection a priority may be what you both do right now. But again, you can change that if you choose to do so. So that's what's coming up. What else is coming up with the Six of Pentacles is, I feel like whoever is having like to get rid of something or get rid of someone, or it's like, you know, when you're decluttering, you're just getting rid of stuff that you don't need anymore. So you may be doing this emotionally, both you and your twin flame, getting rid of all that anger, getting rid of that resentment, getting rid of the blame. You're shedding that. You may be decluttering your space, making more room for the new energies, for what you want to create and have in your life. You may be creating more space, more room to have your twin flame in your life. You may be clearing up your schedule. So I feel like you're kind of in this decluttering phase where you're just getting rid of things that, you know, they don't fit into your life anymore. So I feel like that's going on for both of you. And that does include people. Not to say that relationships are just disposable, but sometimes we do outgrow people. We drift apart from certain friends or family. Very natural, because you're very focused on what you want to have in your life. So things that aren't a priority are falling away for both you and your twin flame. So things that aren't a fit with you are falling away. Situations, relationships that aren't a fit for you anymore are falling away. And what I see happening is a stronger connection, even if that's like telepathically. You're both picking up on each other's thoughts. And it's not like you always have to just read minds. It's like they're thinking of something and you read something on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, or you see it hear it in a song or see it on TV. It's you connecting to what's on their mind and vice versa. They're picking up on where you are at through their awareness of you, through what is filtering in their awareness of their everyday life, of signs they see, of songs they hear, of whatever it is. There is this telepathic connection going on between you that it's like you know exactly where you both are in terms of your connection. So you're going to be picking up that they want to marry you, that they want to reach out to you, that they are ready for love. So that's why you're picking it up telepathically and they're not doing it physically, but you are knowing where they're at and vice versa. So if you're still holding on to any kind of anger, whether it's, suppressed anger from the past, they are picking up on that as well through what is coming through in their awareness. Again, it could be like watching a movie and it's like a similar situation to you and your twin flame, and they're getting where you're at. So there is this connection of you both knowing what's going on in your heads, also with your heart. So the universe is saying you can trust in this intuition because we're all given this gift. And when you tap into it, the stronger it gets. So you can trust that the messages that you're seeing, that you're scrolling through, is where your twin flame is at, or is their messages to you, and vice versa. They're getting your messages. So a lot of the times there is little to no communication because there's a bunch of telepathy that's happening through this way. Because a lot of the times, like let's face it, when two people are actually talking, communicating, it's so different from what's really going on inside. So it's very interesting because when you're connecting telepathically, it's what's really there. It's what's really in their heart. You are really picking up how they're feeling, and they're picking up how you're really feeling, which is why sometimes there's fear, because they know how you feel. They know when you're upset. They know that you're still holding on to anger, or vice versa. So I want to say that, union is definitely on its way to you. It's just a matter of, are you choosing it? Are you creating it? Are you co-creating with the universe to manifest and allow union? And keep in mind that in order to experience true long-lasting union, we have to attain that within. We have to attain that harmony and union and alignment within, which is what I go over in my 12-week online course. Because we have inner energies. We have an inner masculine, we have an inner feminine, we have an inner child. And if those energies are out of alignment, we're creating situations, we're creating life of misalignment. It's okay. It's what we all do. We just didn't realize we were doing it. So I go over all of these exercises on how to align those energies within. So please do let me know if you would like more information of my coaching services. My 12-week online course, Innerchild Healings, are based on my own experience of what I have gone through and how I was so manifesting from a place of woundedness and a place of resentment that I didn't even know until I began my journey of inner child healing. So please do message me. This is based on years of my own healing journey, of how I got to be here, where I am, and who I am. This is because of the inner child healing that I have been doing over many, 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 many years. So please do message me for more information on that. I would be so honored to support each and every one of you on your journey back to oneness, wholeness, and love, because we're all just trying to figure things out, and sometimes we can use the guidance, we can use someone's experience, so it's somewhat smoother, right? You can learn and benefit from my experience, so it's not years and decades of going through woundedness and not realizing that what you're doing is a pattern, right? I didn't know that. So I would be so honored to support and assist you. So I really do hope you enjoyed this twin flame reading. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos, for supporting my work, for subscribing to my channel. Please do, if you haven't already. Please check out my second YouTube page, which is just more general readings, general love readings. If you would care to subscribe, I would be so thankful. For following me on Instagram and TikTok, I appreciate all of you. So again, thank you so very much. Please click on the link below to join me in the extended. I'd be so happy to see you there. And if this is where we end off, again, thank you so very much. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, I'm wishing you so much more love and peace.